So yes, I'm back today looking at looking at inverse slicer from Codewars. It is a Python exercise. Yeah, so inverse slicer. What it is says you're familiar with list slicing in Python, and of course, what list slicing is generally, of course, you can do it with other things as well. You can do it with strings. But what list slicing is, it is getting a subset of a list based on a range. Like here, 2 to 4 is going to give me 0, 1, 2, start here, and then 2, 3, 4, cut off here, because this is index 2 and this is index 4. And the upper limit in Python, of course, is not inclusive, so I'm not going to include the 4. It's going to give me these 2. Of course, a regular slice is it is a sub-range of a list or a string. It's probably something else too. I think you can get them for tuples as well. Yeah. So it's a sub-range, and like this one, starting at 2 and going to the rest of the list. 0, 1, 2. Oh, actually, this is from the original, of course, so 0, 1, 2, 63 to the end. But yes, a slice is it specifies a beginning and an ending index, and it gives you the sub range, returns a list. So this one, it is about, let me clear this out, it is about getting write a function called inverse slice that takes 3 arguments: a list, an integer, a list and 2 integers, really, a and b. And the difference here is that instead of the slice being the sub-range, we're going to include what would normally be excluded. We're going to include that. So, and if you come back here and you're doing like your 2 to 4, for this inverse slicer, we'd be including the excluded parts instead. 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah. You'd include the excluded parts for the inverse slice. So we're going to get the opposite of the slice. And so we're going to get a list and then the beginning and end of the slice. And we're going to get what would normally be excluded from that slice. This one ends up being rather simple, at least one of the ways you can do it. Check it out. Here's how we can do it. What we can do is, the name of the list is going to be items, and we are going to we're going to do a slice where, so you can do the inverse slice with slicing. What you can do is we can get everything before the A and combine it with the B and everything after. And this is a sort of list concatenation, where we're going to take this one sublist and add it to the second sublist to create the full sublist. And really that is it. That's all you got to do. Because, you think normally A to B is going to include the elements from A to B in the list. But the inverse slicer is going to include the stuff before A and the stuff after B. And that is the slice we are getting here, or really the slices. We're going to take 2 slices and add them to, or concatenate them. Concatenate together. Good stuff. And that's it for this one, this particular one. I'm just going to go straight forward to the attempt. And that one totally passes. So there is, I guess I'll do 2 of these. This is solution 1. There's no jump cut. I'm just going to erase everything and go from there. Let me do a longer version of this one. So I'll create a list. If you wanted the more spelled out version, here you go. We can loop through the list and say for indexes that are less than A or indexes that are greater than B, we're going to append them to this new list. And this really had the same idea as the last one, where we're getting everything before A and everything after B, because those are the pieces that would normally be excluded, and we're going to include them in this inverse slice. And that's it. I'm going to return this new list, take it to the bank. Let's go. Big Bank Hank. Oh, not quite. I think I'm forgetting this. The standard equal to B, inclusive, right? Yes, yes. Got to include that equals because you want to include B. See, it's from B to the end. So B, the B side is inclusive. The A side is not inclusive. So if you're scoring at home, the A side is not inclusive. That's why there's no equal sign. If there was an equal sign, it would be inclusive. And of course, if I do that, we got problems. So A side is not inclusive. All right, that is solution number 2. Short and sweet, however that looks. And those are the solutions I'm showing you today. That is it. That is all. Whoops. Didn't mean to submit that, but it's okay. But anyway, there we go with that. And I've lost my solution, so that means I need to bail out. Well, you guys can rewind if you want to see both solutions, but that's it for me right now. I'm out of here with this one, and catch you on the flip side. See y'all later.